Hey, good day everyone. So today we're going to talk about Metastrike. So Metastrike is apparently a first-person shooter game with a metaverse linked into it with VR as well. So you can see at the background here, the game looks pretty sleek and smooth. Hopefully that would be the actual final gameplay that we're going to see once they do their open beta or alpha or whatnot in the coming month. So what we're going to do here in my video is that we're going to talk about the game and the gameplay itself. Then we'll look into the three important aspects that I always look into the games. Who are the team? Are they doxed? Who are the investors? Are they real? How's the community going? How many people are there that are following the game to this day? So now let's talk about gameplay. So right now in the background, it's kind of conflicting because you're seeing in the background like there is a mix of third person and first person shooter. So we're not exactly sure what the final game will be, but there is an available trailer here if you want to look or watch what exactly it looks like, so that will help you decide if you want to get into the game once it's released. So for me it looks pretty good. I did look into the YouTube channel for a bit, then I kind of like what they have currently, so hopefully that whatever they're showing right now is the actual product that we're going to be able to play once it's available. So here they're putting a quick introduction of what Metastrike is. So it's a blockchain role-play shooting game, so pretty much it's just a play to earn game. So you'll be able to collect guns, you can build maps, and you can actually steal NFT from other players. Now in terms of how that works, we don't know yet. Maybe if the player dies, then you can actually steal their equipment when they die. So there's a risk reward ratio when you're going to try and play this game. Now from what I also read is that you can build maps and earn from that map. So in terms of mechanics, again, we don't know yet. There's no specific information on how that works, how people are going to earn with custom built maps. But at least that idea is thrown out there, so hopefully they'll be able to implement that part. Then for game concept, they just mentioned here that there's going to be an initial 3 game modes that's going to be available. So that's going to be zombie mode, team mode, and deathmatch mode, which is fairly common to most first-person shooter games. Then they also have custom map, which is you can build your own map to play and earn, as I mentioned earlier. We don't know how that's going to function, but definitely we all know that we can customize maps and we can let other people play the map that you create. Then they'll have NFT boxes, which currently they have an ongoing giveaway in their Discord channel. So you can just drop by there, you'll see an event there that you can click the link and try and join in the giveaway. So next you'll see the NFT equipment. So you'll have guns, you'll have skins, you have knives that are available. Pretty much, very Counter-Strike-esque designs in my perspective. So nothing really special from what I'm seeing currently. Then of course they're calling Metaverse of Metastrike. So the way they describe here is that you will have guilds that will fight each other and steal lands. And these lands are going to be used for the Metaverse, where you can actually build your HQ. So you'll have houses, you can have other buildings that will be included in the game. And what they're showing here is the VR version of the game. You can actually watch this, but there's nothing really special at the moment from what I'm seeing. You can view it in VR, but other than that, there's nothing else that's available in the footage. So I don't know what to say in terms of VR part, so I'm not exactly sold on it yet. So next, let's look into the tokens. So they're gonna have 2 tokens. So you'll have the MTS token, then you'll have the MTT token. MTS token will be the governance token. So you can use this to advance maps, missions with rare NFT drops. You can use them for in-game activities. You can use them for staking. You can use them for major tournaments. You can use them for DAO governance. Then you can also use them to purchase Metaverse, land, NFT boxes. Then for MTT token, this is going to be like the SLP. So again, my only main concern for having secondary tokens right now is the price. Because experience-wise, from what we're seeing in other games right now, like Axie Infinity and Idol Mystic, their secondary tokens are pretty much failing at the moment. So we don't know how they plan to make this functional and make it work. So what are the uses for MTT token? So it's going to be used to unlock new maps, participate in game modes and special events, purchase regular consumables, which I'm not exactly sure what that is, upgrade weapons, swap to MTS to up to a certain amount. Then lastly, they'll have the burning mechanism. So they already thought about the mechanics for the MTT token. We just hope that they'll be able to manage it properly once they launch the game. So next we'll look into the roadmap. So in Q4 2021, they mentioned that they're going to have the IDO, but they announced in their Discord that it's going to be delayed up to January. So you will still have time to get into the IDO. So you can go into the Seedify, you can also go to Roseon Finance, and I think there's one more launchpad that you can also get into. So you still have 19 days before the IDO. If you want to get into these launchpads, then I suggest to look into them as early as now, so you can try and see if you can meet the requirements in order to participate in the IDO for Metastrike. Then on Q1 2022, they're going to have the marketplace, closed beta version, and NFT sale. Then on Q2 2022, they're going to have the OP beta version for human AI, weapon switching, driving modes, laser sight. Not exactly clear why they have separate features that, in my perspective, that should already be included in the closed beta version, right? So I don't know. Maybe these are different types of features in the game that might not be available in the base game. So we'll see. Then they also have the Metaverse land sale. So curious how that's going to work too as well. We'll see once they have more announcements in the coming months. Then on Q3 2022, they're going to have another open beta version that will include the deathmatch mode, and you will have the Metaverse early access. Then on Q4, they will have full 3D models. I'm not sure if that's for the Metaverse or is that going to be in the beta game. I would assume it's going to be Metaverse, right? I mean, how can you play the game without the full 3D models? Maybe I'm not understanding something here, but we'll see once that comes. It's still a long way to go, late in 2022. Then the release of new NFT, which will include maps, weapon skins. Then they'll have the weapon upgrade feature and the Metaverse 1.0 version. So next we're going to talk about the team for Metastrike. So let's look at the team list. So we have Peter Nguyen as the CEO, we have the CFO, CSO, and all of the entire team. And what's really good about it is that they all have LinkedIns, and they're valid LinkedIns, not some made up LinkedIn account. And the better thing here is that they actually are the founders and owners of this company, which is called CG Art, and this company has been here since August 2015, and they've worked with several companies already, like Bandai Namco, Ubisoft, Gameloft. So these some of these companies are very popular, and having them work with these companies then gives us a little bit more assurance, or gives me more assurance, that they have a lot of experience developing games, right? So right now their baby project would be the Metastrike, then they're developing it. And if you want to confirm if they're really the owners, you can see them down here, that Peter Nguyen is also the founder and CEO of CG Art, which is you can also see in Metastrike. He's also the CEO for Metastrike. So again, at the end of the day, I think in terms of teams, I'm fully satisfied with this. Having a docs team is really good. Then next, let's look into the investors and partners, and I'm happy to see they have quite a bit. They have quite a bit of list here, and we've already seen in Seedify they're already part of that, in terms of a launchpad. I've looked into some of the other ones, like X21. I have them open here. You can verify that they are indeed here. Then I also looked into Dreamboat Capital. They are also here. You can verify that. And for the other ones, I did try to look into them, but I couldn't find them. Maybe they're not updated in the websites, but you can also view them in Discord channel. They do have announcements on Twitter that shows their partnership with these companies, so it will help you at least to verify further if indeed these partnerships are legit or not. So it will help you at least look into that. And lastly, in terms of community, so we have Twitter. So they already have around 46,000 followers, and I did the Twitter audit here, and we did find that it's 93% valid, which is great. In terms of Discord channel, I cannot verify how many people there are because there is no information for me to check, or I don't know how to check it properly. It was like it's so fast I couldn't see it. So in here I can't really see how many we are, but in terms of online we have 2,000 people and so on, but then again that doesn't really reflect the number of people that are in the Discord channel, so I don't know how to view that, so apologies for that. But if you know how to do it, do let me know, because I'm really curious how to check it out. But yeah, so here's the NFT giveaway. So if you want to join in, it's still open. I suggest to get into that. I mean, it's free NFTs, right? So in terms of community, I can only verify for Twitter at the moment, so they already have quite a lot of people following them. We can also try and check if they have Telegram, so let's look into Telegram, and at least here we can verify maybe if this is going to show us the right number of people that we're looking for. I think that's it. And they have 26,000, so which is not bad. For me, I think the community-wise, I think they're good. They already have quite a number of people already supporting the game, which is great. And so we can confirm that in terms of the main 3 tick boxes that I'm looking for, teams are doxed. They even have their own company that has been working for several years already, and they have a lot of investors and partners, which is great. And they also have quite a decent number of communities as well. So overall, I think this game is going to have quite a good traction and might have a very good launch. But then again, at the end of the day, do your own research. I can't tell you that this game is going to be successful, but in my books, it's going to be a safe entry no matter what, right? It's not a type of game that's going to rug, but it's the type of game that you have to see, is it going to be a successful game or not, right? So that's the only thing that you might be more concerned with when we're looking into these types of games. I mean, in terms of promises, right, the game is promising quite a lot. Now, the good thing about it is that they already have working footages in terms of what the game will look like. We hope that that's true, because otherwise I don't think investors would even come in and put their money into the team, right? And the fact that the team already has a track record and they've been working in the gaming industry for over 6 years, which is great. So that's why I'm a little bit more confident with the game. But then again, at the end of the day, you will decide if whether you want to get into the game or not, right? So hopefully this video helps you make that decision. And with that, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know what other video games or play to earn games that you want me to look into. And yeah, so with that, guys, thank you for watching the video. Hope to see you again in my future videos, and stay safe out there, people.